The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network. Any questions or concerns about what is said should be directed to the show host, whose information will be provided upon request.
Twist. It's a sexy lady who walks around without being shady, who knows her values, who's gone through trials. Her smiles are captured from mouth to mouth. It's not the size of her thighs she worries about, but the pride she thrives to keep that drive. The cinnamon twist. The cinnamon twist. The cinnamon twist. Ladies, can you feel me? The cinnamon twist. The cinnamon twist. The cinnamon twist.
Hey, it is your girl Tasha, known to the world as the Tasha Carpenter, but everybody calls me your girl Tasha because when you hang with me, what it is like you are hanging with your girl, and you know what my favorite word is. It is absolutely BAM, because I'm always being authentically me. And I'm going to tell you, I am excited today, guys, because if you can smell what my nose is smelling right now, I got to tell you who is hanging in the studio with us today. We're going to just open up the camera so you can see. Let me go ahead and grab this sign too, guys. We have in with us today, BAM, the crab pie queen, Mrs. Sophia Pope is in the studio today. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Look, guys, I'm telling you, people out in the hallway been like, can we get some of that crab pie? Can we get some of that crab pie? Are you selling any today, guys, right? Are you selling it? Can you see? Oh, my goodness. Y'all just don't know. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And we called this show The Journey of the Crab Pie Queen.
Oh.
Because I think it's really, it's just how tragedy makes people fall into other gifts. Mm-hmm. Right? So we're not even going to start with the tragedy yet, but we're going to start talking about, I just want you to tell them about you, how you grew up, little things about your family. Just let them know about Sophia.
Okay. Well, a little about Sophia. I was born and raised in Washington, D.C. And what else? Let's see. Born and raised in D.C., grew up, met my husband, we got married, had 2 children, started my first business, which was XDV Pros, video artists and photography. We did that for 13 years, and then the journey began to Crab Pie Queen after having a stroke. Yep, that's how it all happened.
Boy, I tell her to tell you a little bit about her. She done gone and told y'all almost the whole story.
Okay. Try to nip it in the bud. I'm sorry.
Okay, you trying to nip it? We got a whole 60 minutes to go on, and she's trying to nip it in the bud.
We can go back.
Okay, but so with your family, growing up and stuff, what type of how did you find the love for cooking?
Oh God! Now that all of the women, just about 99% of the women in our family are great cooks. Great cooks. It's like Thanksgiving, they know Sophie coming. She gonna make love to her food. That's what my aunts tell me. They like, Sophie, we just love watching her eat. That girl make love to her food. That's what they tell me. So, I mean, I've always been big on food. From what I heard, my grandmother, I was young when she passed away, but she used to cook everything from scratch. You know, no boxes allowed, no cans allowed. We don't do that on Thanksgiving. Everything has to be from scratch. And if it's not, the aunties will tell you, you need to come on back with that. You need to go back to the kitchen with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who showed you?
Actually, the way my mother taught me how to cook, she taught me how to cook by sight, taste, and smell. That's it. We didn't use measuring cups. She took me through it. She was like, measuring cup? No, girl, you just add a bit of this and a bit of that. You taste it till you get it right. And that's what she did. So that's how I learned how to cook.
Okay. Now, you originally started out growing up where?
In D.C.
In D.C.
Uptown
You've been
DC.
here the whole time?
Yes.
Okay. And you had someone here that was, well, he's disappeared now. The hubby was here, and you and him started the video and photography business. How did that all come about?
He would for family functions, he would record like birthdays, weddings, and things like that for the family. And then, one day I needed some footage edited. That's where it really started. At a church that I was going to, Refuge Temple in D.C., we needed some footage edited, so we reached out to someone to do it for us. That man charged us a lot of money for 20 minutes, and I said, we need to try this, Jay. And that's what we did. So we ended up trying it. We were self-taught. We didn't go to school for it. And we were in business for 13 years, and we did great. We were doing really well.
So when you decided, let's try this, what type of events did you start shooting?
Oh, God, let's see. I've done promotional videos for the National Medical Association, NMA. We've done some video for Verizon Wireless, like a conference that they had. They wanted us to do like a highlight video for them, which was really nice. And something for Courtyard Marriott, one that my husband used to work at. So we had a connection with that one. So that was good too. Nice highlight reel of what they have, their amenities and things like that. So that was good.
So then
a whole lot of weddings.
A whole lot. Of course, you got to do weddings if you're a videographer. Absolutely. So now, you've always had this gift of cooking, but you found yourself going into business for more so what I would say was your husband's passion.
Yes.
Now, what made you jump into your own passion? Tell us that story.
With the photography?
With doing the food.
Oh.
That got you to move over to that passion.
So, with the photography and video production, I had the stroke. And so, after having the stroke, I could no longer do the photography or the video production. So I sat home and all in the hospital feeling bad. What am I going to do? How am I going to make some money? Because Sophie's a boss and she has to be a boss. It's like I have to make boss moves. So how can I make some money? I got to help my husband. And this what came about. I actually made this dish for my mother-in-law. Or was it Christmas? I can't remember which time I made it, but I made the dish and they loved it. And I figured, what could I do while I was sitting in rehab? While I'm going through rehab because I had a stroke. I made this before the stroke.
Okay.
And after the stroke, I was like, what could I do to make money? And I always told myself, I'm not cooking for a living. And I said, wow, I'm cooking.
All right now, so let's back up and tell us all about how things happen when you learn, because your story, you kind of like was ignoring the symptoms. So give everybody. I mean, were you a person? What type of? Did you have high blood pressure? Were you not doing what the doctor told you were doing, or know?
What had happened was.
What had happened was I was paying great attention to diabetes numbers and stuff like that. So while I was up on that, I didn't know that the high blood pressure was really out of control. I had no idea. I was running in the park and taking different supplements and things like that, and I lost all this weight. And I'm telling people, get in the park, run, walk, do whatever you have to do to get the weight off and keep yourself healthy. And then next thing you know, I done had a stroke. I could not believe it. Everybody was shocked when I had it because
I was such an advocate for taking care of yourself. But the one thing I slept on, the thing is, that's why they call it a silent killer. The symptoms weren't there. At least I didn't know of any symptoms. I felt good. I didn't have I wasn't drained or anything like that. I had a lot of energy. So it's like that high blood pressure thing. You have to really keep track of that and stay up on it and do what your doctor says to do until you're disciplined enough to watch what you're putting in your mouth all the time. Yeah. What is he doing?
We are on the air. You cannot come up in here. We are not. Look, you come up here about 25 hours late with you. he coming up in here with a tablecloth about 25 hours late, guys, and he's laughing. You know how your girl Tasha is. That's a live show for you.
He is holding the. Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's okay. Look.
That man of mine.
That's your baby. That's your baby. Tell him how to get on there. Okay, so so you talked about that it's a silent killer, that people need to pay attention to it. I mean, what type of research have you started doing afterwards?
Oh my God, what haven't I done? I mean, there's a commercial on YouTube about high blood pressure, and it was the scariest thing because people think that overweight people are the ones that have these issues, or really sickly people. And this woman on the commercial looked extremely healthy. She was thin, and she couldn't believe she had a stroke. She said she had a heart attack and everything, and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. So it destroys the myth that being fat and overweight, that doesn't mean you're going to have a stroke, because I done seen some real healthy fat people, healthy and fat, doing splits and everything. I'm serious.
So reverse it too. Those who are thin and skinny and look like the epitome of a healthy person doesn't mean that you're not gonna have these conditions either.
That's right.
Because I talked to one of my friends, and it's a lady she runs marathons, and she's a vegan and all this other kind of stuff, and now she's found herself in a fight for breast cancer.
Wow.
But you think that you're doing everything right nutritionally wise in order to prevent you from doing that.
I think that faith is one major thing that helped me. When you're going through sickness like that, faith is so important. It was so important for me because I had to believe.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah,
because some people might think that if you had faith before God, how do you deal with the God? Why did this happen to me?
Well, why did it happen to me? I can't even. I was upset. I was angry. I really was, because it's like, why me? I'm doing all this. I'm doing this and that and the other thing, and it doesn't matter what it is I'm doing. I mean, I'm a firm believer in God being sovereign. He can do what he want to do, when he want to do it, how he want to do it. And I believe that me going through this it caused me to give him glory in ways that I might not have done it. Not having this stroke that I went through. I mean, it was just amazing to me. So
let me, if I recall the story correctly, you were at a church event.
I was at a church event, sitting on the lawn, recording, going live, telling everybody, come on down to Family Day at First Baptist Church of Glenarden. That's where I worship. And I couldn't move my leg. I was sitting in a chair. Jay got me the chair because my legs started dragging as we were moving out from the opening of our Family Life Center. And my leg just started dragging. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? Sat down, then my hands started going like this. He said my hands started moving like this while I'm going live. I didn't know that. I didn't even notice it. And then my right hand, this is the side that was affected. So I can't reach all the way up. Not like this hand can. So this one is really stiff sometimes, and a lot of times. And Yeah, right after, I guess the stroke began, I told Jay I wanted to go to the emergency room. I said, I feel strange. I feel funny. This is a feeling that I haven't had before, and I think I need to go get checked out. So, the one thing about a stroke, the acronyms they use for the care that you need to, the things that need to take place, the steps you need to take is fast. And I think the F is for the face. So your face, sometimes people's face will start to droop. The A is for your arm. One of your arms is not like this one. This one couldn't raise anymore. And then S is for slurred speech. My speech started to slur 3 days after. 3 days after the stroke, I had started taking course. And then T is time. You got to get to the emergency room quick. I had no idea I was having a stroke. I had no idea. Can you imagine if I had gone home and went to sleep? They told me, they said, you might not have waken up if you had gone home and went to sleep. It's good you came right in.
Wow.
She told me I had a stroke. I could not believe it. And then the third day I woke up in the hospital. I couldn't write anymore. I couldn't pick up a pencil. Today I can at least pick up a pencil now. I can pick it up, thank God. But yeah, this was June 23rd, 2018. And not even a year after my stroke, I started Crab Pie Queen.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. That's a blessing. You know,
It
and the
is.
fact
I'm a
that you
miracle
still,
girl.
as long it's a miracle. And that's the thing that we always talk about, people looking at things, the cup half full versus half empty. Because you could have been stuck in that slump of, I'm a child of God. I'm at church, Lord. I'm at church at an event, and you gonna put a stroke on me. And I have my faith and all this other kind of stuff. And some people, they just don't understand why God puts them in these situations and these storms and things of that nature.
I think he allows it. He allows it to happen. And everything that he allows, I believe, is good and is right. That's just how I feel. So if he allowed it, something good gonna come out of this. And I've already been extremely blessed out of this. I said, if I hadn't had a stroke, my daughter would not be baking. She would not be doing all the things that she's doing. She wouldn't have been inspired to be an occupational therapist. So she's going to school next year.
So give your baby a shout out.
Yes, my baby Jalen Pope, my Princess Buttercup. Yes. She is going to Trinity University next year, and she wants to be an occupational therapist, and I'm very proud of her. She loves art as well, so she's going to implement art with her occupational therapy. That's what she wants to do.
Okay, so now when you talk about everything that's going on, your support system, how important is your support system, and where does your support come from?
Oh God, my support system, when you have a family member, loved one, whoever has this type of sickness or any type of sickness, support is so important. My husband is, first of all, my faith in God is my major support. Then my husband, he is my major support because God loves me through him, because he allowed God to have his love down on the inside of him. And he loves me with the love of God. That's what he does. Yes, you do, J. Pope.
Look at him smiling. Hold on. Wait, but he's smiling. Come here, J. Pope. You three walking here with a tablecloth. Come on here. We don't got no chair, but you gonna come on, because that smile. I need everybody to see that smile.
Oh, my gosh.
Everybody, we don't have no chair for you, but you gonna come up here.
Right here.
We
come right here.
Look,
Right
she
here.
put you there. We want, okay. We want you to be able to
Just kick the bag.
talk to me. Talk to the audience from your part as a husband watching this go through, and what can you say to other men that might be in a position that you were in, or how you felt? Just go here. Even if you want, you wiping your eyes a little bit, I don't know, but if you want to let your eyeballs sweat and be sensitive, we appreciate all of that.
Yeah,
So
I got
talk
you.
to us.
Well, I've been with my baby since she was 19, young tender 19, I must say. I was 21, so next year it'll be 30 years.
All right,
of
now
us being
30
together
years.
and 25 years married. So she and I have a lot of history. So to see your significant other go through health challenges as she's gone through over the years, but with this one, just hearing that she had a stroke before she turned 50 was just like, that doesn't happen, does it? And
It does.
but anyway, for us going into the hospital, we walked in and everything was fine. As she walked in, she just walked in just because she couldn't explain how she felt when she stood up, and that was everything. Her not being able to explain it, I just knew we needed to get checked out. So after they explained that she had a stroke and had to observe her for 48 hours, we didn't know what that meant either. So we just thinking in 48 hours we'll be going home. But in 48 hours, she couldn't feel her right side. She couldn't write. She couldn't lift her arms.
So it's like it started progressing more.
Exactly. And it was just, it was early. You know, the best thing of us going to the hospital was it was in its early.
And what were you feeling inside? What was going through your head?
You know, we like to fix things as men, but
They said black love, they love it. That's Paula DeBose said black love, I love it.
we you know, we want to fix it, but at least have them in the hands to get fixed. But it was just the beginning of a long journey, and she's still on the journey. I mean, she still can't do a lot with her right hand, her right arm, her right shoulder still bothers her. So we're halfway there, but we got a long ways to go even in this. But even at 50%, my wife is better than most.
Did y'all hear that? He said that 50% my wife is better than most.
That's the truth. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I mean, she's the most gifted person on the planet. This is just one of her gifts, but she's so gifted in anything. You teach her anything, she's going to take it to the next
She's on
level.
the dust of her lashes.
No, I'm not, girl. No, I'm not.
No, she's gifted, you know, and now we got a baby girl who's taking on those same gifts and talents, and so we're just looking forward to what God has for her too.
All right. Well, look, what we're going to do is we're going to give Mr. J a seat, and we're going to break to a quick commercial, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk a little bit more about these crab pies that's tearing up your girl Tasha nose, okay? And get into that more and talk a little bit more about this black love. While you're watching the commercial, guys, share and invite. And remember, after the commercial, you can even call in on 301-429-9247. It's always on the back screen. 301-429-9247 with your comments and or your questions. See you on the flip side.
All right.
People that spend time with you, that you're going on date number 5 and you know it's not good and it's not working for you. This is what happens. Now remember, I'm going to put this black card of your soulmate over here. This is what happens. You start dating these people and spending time with time wasters, right? And this is what it starts to look like when you consume your time. When Mr. or Mrs. Right comes along, you're spending your time with the wrong people. They can't even get to you, right? And this is what I call blocking your blessings, right? This person may be coming in at one of these times and they can't get through because you're wasting time, and you know that this is a waste of your time.
There's nothing as horrifying than using a public restroom. Sure, maybe they're not that scary, but I'm sure everyone has had to use a public restroom under less than ideal conditions. Like public restrooms that haven't been restocked with essentials like paper towels or seat covers. Many times, toilet paper is missing or found loose on the nasty floor, too soiled to use. The solution is simple. Just carry the restroom kit with you. Each kit contains a patented seat cover, plenty of toilet paper, and 2 lightly scented wipes. One for your hands and the other one for your tush. Turn a public restroom into a pleasurable experience with the restroom kit.
Order your kits today at therestroomkit.com.
You hungry? Want beef? Want cheese? Want greens? Get a fork, get a spoon, get a plate. Eat. You hungry? Want beef? Want cheese? Want greens? Get a fork, get a spoon, get a plate. Eat. Hold up, it's time to get live. It's Pooch and Trey, your five. Been busy getting the bag. You haters is not on my mind. And when we come to your town, you know we shutting it down. I'm dripping way too much sauce. Damn it, I hope I don't drown. Now slide with it. Shoot your fire with it. Slide with it. Shoot your fire with it. Act like you riding the stick. Act like you breaking it down. Be it, ow. Be it, ow. You hungry? Want beef? Want cheese? Want green?
Okay.
You hungry?
Okay. The little light went on. Okay, it's your girl Tasha back on the flip side. We had some amazing commercials there. I know a lot of you guys get tickled with that last one just came up, but I just thought that it was appropriate that we would have as a CX90 commercial. For those of you who don't know, that's a little like weight loss Parmesan shaker thing. You shake it on your food and you lose weight. And I was thinking that with these crab pies up in here, that I should go over to my pocketbook, get me some CX90, but I'm going to absorb all of these nutrients, I'm going to take every extra minute that is willing to put on my hourglass, okay? Every extra minute, I'm going to take it with these crab pies. So, now, he said that you always was cooking. Oh, let me tell you about these comments. We got here, Paula DeBoer said, every time he says we, he never said her. He said we. We went through this. Mm-hmm. We. Mm-hmm. And she said that she is so glad that she's off today to tune in live. Why you just hit him on she done hit him on the leg, guys. She beating him up over here.
No, I'm saying you go Pope. That's a you go Pope hit.
And then Miss Marlene Barnes said, this is an amazing story, and thank you so much for sharing your story with us, the Popes. Oh. And you got some people coming over here that's showing some love, guys. Michelle Smith says that, amen, Jay, to what you said. Come on, Jay. That's real, brother. Get on real. Come real with it. He being 100. And Charlotte Brooks and Marquisha Horley is saying that you are very, very gifted. Doretha Jeter says, Sophia and Jay, God has been so good to you. Keep the faith. Aunt Doretha is so proud of you. All right. Now, look, y'all can call in here. Remember, 301-429-9247 to say whatever you might want to say. We are so excellent. So we got to go into what you always cook. How do you get into having an official business? What steps did you have to go through?
Okay. Well, what I did was I called people that were already in the business, cooking of some sort, some type of culinary something, and I asked them for their advice. Well, let me go back. I was inspired by this woman who was getting ready to have her house foreclosed on. Her name's Angela Logan, and she needed to come up with $4,000 to save her home. She didn't have a job. She was going through with everything that she had going on in her life, but she still found the time to help people. She would always give back to people. So I took it upon myself to call her after I saw the movie that was dedicated to her. It was her life movie for her situation.
So was she your friend, or how did you get her number?
I saw the movie and I Googled her and I found her website and I called her.
That Google is a bad thing,
yes. Yes, and I called her and I said, may I speak with Angela? She said yes. And then we got to talk and I said, you know what? I just watched your movie and I am so inspired. And then I went into what it is I could possibly do, what I was doing, Crab Pie Queen. I said, I'm going to do crab pies. And I want to know, what do I have to do for things to be legal? I want things to be legit, so I ain't want nobody coming after me and my crab pies. So she told me, she said, well, the first thing I want you to do is get your food handler's license and get your food manager's license. And I said, okay, I can do that. So right away, I went online, got my food manager's license. I mean, the food handler's license.
Is that something easy to do? Because there may be some other people out here like you.
The food manager's license was the easiest thing to do. The food manager's, what did I say? The food handler's license. That was the easiest thing to do. You have to take a little exam online. It was really easy. It's a few questions. But then the food manager's license, you have to pay for that. You had to pay for the food handlers as well. I think it was like $7 or something like that. But my food manager's license I took on Route 1 over in College Park at a hotel with a whole bunch of other chefs and all these people that's really doing it. You know, they had to get their licenses as well to continue cooking and doing what they were doing.
Okay.
And though that was like intense for me because brain stroke ain't no joke. I mean, my mind was not as sharp as it was. I prided myself on passing tests with like nothing. I mean, you know, I could just skim through something and pass the test. It's like, give me the test. Let me take it. That's it. And I could do it. But not with this. It was like, oh my God. Then I couldn't use my right hand to move fast enough. So Jay was there with me. And he marked the, you know, we had to mark it like the old school markings on the test papers. I was so upset with that. Girl, they need to upgrade. But, yes. So I had to, he marked the black circles in for me. I asked the instructor. I said, can my husband mark it for me because I can't use my right hand? And he said, sure. So Jay came in. I was the last student in the class to leave. And do you know how that just did something to a sister? I was the last one in the class. But I passed, so that was great.
Okay.
And I got my license, and now I'm able to work in any commissary kitchen, and I'm able to do that thing. So I'm good.
So then your next step.
My next step is right now.
That you went to after you got your license.
What did I do? My next step.
Did you
was,
have to do a business plan? Or
oh yeah, I'm still working on my business plan. But pricing and all of that, I just basically searched the area, our DMV, to see who else was doing crab pies professionally, not on the side, you know, in a restaurant or wherever. I need to know what they were charging. And just for crab dishes in general. And you know, when you go to a crab restaurant, they'll give you a bowl of soup with a teaspoon of crab meat on top like they did something. That's not right. Y'all got to stop doing that to the people.
Are you talking about Jerry Seafood?
Oh, no, I'm not. Look, let me tell you. Me and Jay went to check out. Jay said, I need to check out the competition in the area. So we went to this restaurant, and no, I will not call their name out as bad as I want to.
I will.
Oh, they are known for their crab cakes.
Timbuktu.
Down at the harbor, you know.
Mo Seafood. Never mind, I'm going to stop. Okay,
no. Down at the harbor. Oh, don't do that, Jay. That's just not good. It's not nice.
You got to let people know the truth.
Crab
well, y'all,
Cafe.
it was the Crab Cafe down at the harbor. And
in National Harbor. I just went there for the first time a couple of months ago.
Let me tell you, that crab cake I had, the pictures, I just say the pictures are deceiving because I thought I was going to get something that was coming out of my kitchen. That's what I thought I was going to get.
Not like the one that's showing on the side of the screen for us. That's what her crab pie looks like.
Oh my gosh. I could not believe it. I just couldn't believe it. It was like you want to taste the crab meat. You don't want to taste a whole bunch of salt and obey in your mouth. You want the obey, but you don't want it to overpower the crab. It's like you can't do that.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm real passionate about the food. Don't mess up the food, y'all. No, that's an experience we all want to have. We want to have a great experience with the food.
Especially this area.
Especially this area with crab. It is disrespectful.
That's right.
To dishonor the jumbo lump crab meat.
Did y'all get that? It's disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
So you checked out the competition, and from that you decided
That was no competition.
Okay.
That's how I felt. I mean, you know, somebody had some money from somewhere and they were able to get their spot down there, and that's great. I would love to have that mentor in my life to direct me in that way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I would love to have that. So.
And it will come.
I believe it.
So now, crab is expensive.
It is, very. And I don't use cheap crab either.
Okay. So what kind of investigation did you have to do about that to find out where to get the best pricing on your crab?
I just had to.
Quality crab.
Yes. I had to, unfortunately, you cannot get around crab. The price of it, you just can't get around it. Now, if I'm like, let me see, you have companies that purchase crab to resell the crab, but they purchase thousands of units. Sophie don't have thousands of unit money.
Yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Right, not yet.
Okay.
So, we actually have our customers, they pay for their pies, they prepay, and they get their pies the next day. If they order early enough, they can get it the same day. So
okay, so now let's start talking about that. You have different sizes of pies, so because we want them to see what's up on here. Okay, and tell them the prices and all that stuff too.
This is our original baby.
Okay, here we go. Here go the original baby. I don't know if you can you catch this over there, or do y'all need me to? I'm gonna tilt it up. Look that. Hold on. Look, y'all know how I be doing. Keep the camera. Oh, they going to the other side. You know how I be doing. You know I'll walk up to the camera in a minute. Okay, I see the cameras over there, but they're showing the tape. So this is
Can you catch the deep dish of it all?
Yes, this is like it's about an inch. Is that an inch? A little bit over an inch deep, guys. Okay, so what are we looking at for the price of this one?
This one is $65, and
I feel like I'm getting high. Okay. Oh, it's going up my nose.
4.5 pounds too.
4.5. It is very heavy. That's one thing. We had one gentleman in here earlier, and he picked it up, and he's like, it was very heavy. So this one is 65, and it serves about how many people? We have a call coming in too on line 1. One moment. Hang with your girl Tasha. Who's calling, and where are you calling from?
This is Terrence. I'm calling from Chi-Town.
Chicago in the house. Chicago. Hey, Terrence. How are you?
I'm good. I see you got my girl Sophia and her husband Jay on today.
Yes. What would you like to say to the popes? And
I just want to say I thank God for both of them. They are very inspiring. And even when I talked to Sophia when she first had a stroke, her spirits was like just really like high. And that's like a thing because I can relate to it. Everybody goes through that why me phase because you always say why me. Just like Sophia, I was coaching Little League Baseball when I was suffered with the stroke. You know, so everybody goes through that why me phase. And then for people that has a sense of spirituality, and I always tell people that the stroke that I suffered took me from being a religious person to having an actual relationship with God. And it was that stroke. And I think like all turmoil like this always direct you to God. Yes. You know, and I'm going to be real brief. I know you got that Jeopardy music playing.
No Jeopardy music for you today. Go ahead and speak, because I know you're a stroke victim too. Go ahead and speak.
I mean, I get a little passionate about this, but you know, we all go through that why me phase, but I believe that, you know, because when you think about Job and when Job went through his thing, God orchestrated that. And when Satan, and he said, "Hey, Satan, what are you doing?" He said, "I'm going about, I'm going to and from." And God asked Job, "Have you considered my servant Job?" God orchestrated that, but it's always to lead you to Him. That's it. That's all I was going to say.
All right, go ahead, Pastor Terrence Coleman from Chicago.
That's right.
But I'm going to get off because I'm not watching on the computer. I'm on my phone, so I'm talking on my phone. I'm going to get off and watch now.
All right, come on back with us. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah. Thanks, Tom.
All right.
Again, we want to remind everybody, please share. I see the numbers going up. We want to make sure we get this information about Miss Crab Pie Queen out because she is shipping. Oh, that's a good question, too. Well, she gonna be shipping.
Yeah, 2020 is the goal to ship.
2020, she gonna be shipping. But until then, so that means you only serve what areas right now?
DMV.
The DMV. I'm sorry, all y'all. We're gonna get some. We're gonna do something to get some crab pies out to you guys.
Right.
So we talked about the $65 one here. Remember, if you want to call in, you can call in again 301-429-9247. So our next ones that we have.
Oh, these are.
Did you tell me how many to serve?
Oh, how many would it
8 to
serve,
12.
Jade?
8 to 12. 8 to 12.
Depending on
okay.
how generous you're gonna be cutting.
Oh, okay,
There you
all
go.
right. It's gonna serve one in your girl Tasha house. I got you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I snap in your ears? Anyway, okay. And our
Okay,
next
then
ones
we have our $20 pie. This one here, the $20 pie. It's like getting a quarter slice of this pie, and this is 20, which going to that restaurant the other night, this need to cost more.
Yeah.
We went and spent that money there.
It wasn't even half of that.
It wasn't even. It was a quarter maybe.
Yeah.
What we had was the size of our mini.
Yeah. That's
all right.
And we paid all that money
and with the mini
for the mini.
And that was for 20, almost.
These are 6 for $40.
6 for $40. All right.
They're great for any event.
And you
this
know
is
what?
Great for any event.
I'm gonna have to tell you, you done came back here late with that tablecloth. You know what else? You in timeout for something else. You know what you in timeout for? Where the sauce?
That's on me too. I did that. We made the sauce. We don't have it for real.
Tell us about this sauce that's supposed to be on
one
this
thing
crab
about the
pie.
sauce, with or without, you're gonna have the experience. Your backup is always hot sauce.
So what's in the sauce? You can't tell them what's the purpose of the sauce. What does the sauce do to it?
The
It gives it
sauce
like
just,
a spicy.
it's just like, you know how you sit around with your crab legs and everybody gotta have a little dip.
Your crabs.
You know,
Ooh, it's like the mustard, the
Exactly.
ketchup, and the mayonnaise.
No
and
mustard.
some Old Bay.
But
No
it's
mustard.
a sauce.
It's a great sauce.
Oh, we
It's
got
on that
another
line.
call. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I want the sauce. Hanging with your girl Tasha, who's calling, and where are you calling from?
This is Dawn Cole calling from Atlanta.
Hey. What you want to say to the Popes?
Is that Dawn Cole?
That's what she said.
Hey, Dawn.
Hey, you. I just happened to turn on and saw you all. I'm like,
Oh, she said she calling from Lanham. Girl, we in Lanham. You should be here.
I know, I didn't know, but I tell you what, my pie that I got for Friday for Valentine's Day is gone. And when they asked how many does it feed, I said only 2 because my husband and I don't share it.
All right. So how good was it? I'm waiting to get me a piece right here. So how good is it, Dawn? Will you buy another one?
What? Always. And you know that. I will. And that was a last minute order. So now let me tell you, it will just, how do I say this? It will rock your world. It's one of those pies that you just can't get enough of.
She said it will rock your world.
All crab meat. I don't care what they do with it, how they twist it, whether it's small, medium, or large. It's still all crab meat, and it's worth every dollar. It's worth every dollar.
Oh,
All right now. Thank you now.
that's so
Okay.
nice. Thank you, Dawn.
All right. Take care.
Take care.
Oh.
Okay.
That was nice.
So we don't have the sauce, but that's okay. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the test here now. What's that thing over there though?
That's some really good banana pudding that my husband tells me now.
Yeah,
that
I
make
am.
the
This is
best
my
banana
favorite dessert of all time. My aunt Tootie and my cousin Angie coming up. They made the best banana pudding. But my wife is now the queen of that too.
Okay, so is that banana pudding
Banana
cooked
pudding.
or the instant banana pudding? Which one?
Let's taste it.
Let's taste it. Okay, so look, some people trying to come in and get some stamp. Okay, I'm not gonna be the only one. I'm gonna go ahead and allow. I'm gonna be selfish. I'm going first. Okay, let's get a plate together here.
Yeah, get a plate.
Okay, let's see. Mr. Coy and Mr. Brandon wanted to come in and partake, and we're gonna do the taste test together.
Yeah. She's not cutting her pie.
Oh no, they're not giving none of my pie.
Why not?
She said we don't get to see the
Some
inside of that
you're
pie.
not getting my
I
pie.
already
You want to
cut
get some of
right
the
there. Just
sample
cut
right here.
the little pie.
Straight down, right?
Yeah, just cut it, baby.
Now this is for the folks, because like myself, you know, I'm not the type to like to get my hands messy and crack the crab.
That's right.
I'm from New York. I give all respect to Baltimore and everyone who does that. You know, my relatives did that in Charleston, South Carolina.
Tell them who you are. I brought some of the team, the WBGR team, in here with me. They made the cut today.
I made the cut.
Okay, we got a call. Hold on. Hanging with your girl Tasha. Who's calling and where are you calling from?
Hi, it's Tamika calling from DC.
Hey, Tamika.
Hey,
Tamika.
What would you like to say to the Pope?
Some of that.
Good. I'm calling in because that crab pie, let me tell y'all,
fantastic.
my husband ordered pie and didn't even share with his wife.
Your husband ordered a pie and didn't share it with you?
That's how good that pie is.
That's grounds for divorces in the
Jay,
Jay,
help me with this, Jay. Use a fork. No, use a... I'm going to turn it.
That's got to be some good pie.
All right, well, we about to find out. We on here.
Oh, my God.
They're not going to tell you.
It's cucumber.
Thank you so much, Tamika.
You're welcome.
I'm having a hard time, y'all. Jay, you gotta help me with this, baby.
Look, she asked for help now. The whole time we was setting up, she's like, I'm independent, leave me alone.
Wait, we gonna get this on here. Here, take that. Get the fork and get the rest of the news.
All right.
Give me a fork.
You all are missing out at home. This smells so good.
You really are. I haven't tasted it yet, y'all.
I'm excited about today. Look at this.
I'm going to give you some more. Hold on.
Twirl it, Coy.
Okay,
I wish I could
Give Coy
just
some more
break
green.
it.
He loves his greens.
Get all that.
Brandon, tell them who you are.
I am Brandon Williams, a technical producer here at WBGR Sports and Entertainment Network.
There we
and
go.
a
We got
graduating
everything.
senior
All right.
from
You're gonna
the
enjoy
illustrious
that.
Bowie State University.
All right now.
All
Bowie
right.
State. Okay. All right.
Get a tight shot on
You got a tight. Oh yeah. You have to go to the camera and get a tight shot. Tight shot.
So we gotta get.
Bree, switch to
Hold
the
on.
other camera.
We're gonna be tasting together. You can't go nowhere. Let's get Brandon over there.
Amen. Hold on. Uh-oh.
And then we're gonna let everything take. Okay. So how do people
I
order?
brought my tongs for this.
How do people order the crab pie?
Thank you.
Crabpiequeen.com.
Crabpiequeen.com.
And the phone number is
240-508-9366.
Do you got it right?
It said 505 on the.
Oh Lord. Okay, y'all. The number has been wrong on the screen because your girl Tasha made a typo. 508-9366. 240-508-9366. Shame on me. Something I saw. Your girl Tasha just got her new glasses. I'm sorry. All right.
Plate.
Now you're gonna join with us. Now, how much weight have you gained since she's been cooking the crab pies, Jay?
I actually,
Jay lost weight.
I actually started intermittent fasting. Because of all of this health thing that stemmed from my wife, I knew we both needed to get on track with good health. And so I just do an 8-hour window a day. I haven't changed my eating. I haven't gotten to that place yet.
Now, see, you wasn't supposed to say that it was the
Right,
intermittent
baby.
fast. I was supposed to say the crab pies make you lose weight. That's another reason why you should go to www.crabpiequeen. That's a negative. Look, it makes you lose weight.
She's like, I have, I don't want any responsibility on that. Don't come calling me saying.
Don't do it.
Look, I'm making a claim. Call your girl Tasha. Okay, so on the count of 3, what we going to taste first, guys?
That pie, y'all did that pie.
Takes the 5. Oh, we got another call. Hold it.
Paul's gonna have to wait.
Hold on.
Don't do
Hang on
it.
with your girl Tasha. Who's calling and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Tony. I'm calling from Texas.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, cuz?
What's going on, T. Smith?
Oh, man, nothing much. Hey, look, I was listening to the show. I had to call in and pay my respects, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Now, now you in Texas. Have you had a piece of the crab pie yet?
You was one of the first
That's
clients.
why I'm calling.
Oh, well, tell us about it, Tony. You had to travel, get you some crab pie. Go ahead now.
Listen, every time I come back home to see my family, I have them to make me a pie, freeze it, and the day that I leave, I wrap it very well, put it in my suitcase, so by the time I get back to Texas, it done unthaw just a little bit, and put it in the oven, I'm good to go. Every time I come, since they've been making them, every time I come.
All right now, so you are shipping them. Tony, you're a shipper.
Yeah, they flying my pies out. They come in town and fly them back home.
All right now,
do.
Tony.
People do that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Jay, just to let you know, I'm not going to give you a date, but I'll be there soon.
All right, cousin. I appreciate you, man. We're going to hold you down. No doubt.
Texas
VIP,
in the house.
big cuz.
Yeah, man. Much love, y'all.
Thanks for calling in.
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
All right, here we go. All right.
Y'all are funny.
On the count of 3. Let's see.
You didn't count.
Why she didn't count?
She just went in. 1.
Uh-oh, guys. This is a winner here. And it's not even hot. Okay. Y'all know how
shaking his hand.
y'all know how the Tootsie Roll Pop, I don't have to say how many licks does it take to get to the middle of the Tootsie Roll Pop. Okay. The lumps in the crab. I'm taking like 5 or 6 bites to get through one lump, okay? That lets you know that that's some real... Girl, shut your mouth. Okay,
Y'all something.
Now,
That's good.
Y'all better go to
God.
crabpiequeen.com and get your order today.
Yes! Oh my God, for real.
Now you know I'm a food connoisseur, food critic, so I gotta break this down.
Uh-oh.
So it's almost as if the crab, it doesn't give you enough time to be prepared for it. It's already right there in front of your face.
Get you in the face.
Oh, my God.
And me, a person that's not much of a crab guy, I'm impressed. I'm very much impressed by this, and it's really good.
Can I have
It's
one
exciting.
of the minis? Now look, I'm gonna pull some of the audience that's just walking through so y'all can know it's not just about WBGR. Let's see what these ladies have to say. I just saw them outside. Don't even have their name. I'm pulled them in here. Can you slide? Can you slide over to the other side? Step up this way for us, ladies. Now, I didn't get your names earlier. Y'all was so nice out there, and I love this blues. Come on and step up here so the people can see you on the air.
Come on in. Come on in. Family affair.
Okay.
Family affair.
Okay.
We forgot about the
Everybody
there.
You can
some banana pudding.
So, and there's some banana pudding too. Okay.
Hold on, Jay.
You want to?
Yes, I had
cut
some.
this?
Yes.
All right.
And I'm Dr. Portia Scott.
Dr.
Tim
Portia
Day,
Scott.
WBGR.
All right. And look, guys, Tim Day, y'all never get the story. He's the one that was stalking me on my Facebook page, and this is how Hanging With Your Girl Tasha got birthed. So we want you guys.
Welcome.
So we want you guys, because Brandon Coy and I have already tasted, but we want them to have some truly neutral people that's not a part of WBGR, which is your wonderful ladies, to give your opinion. Let's get you together on yours. Wait till y'all. Oh my goodness, you can't do. We got to count to 3.
Oh my God.
And again, the phone number is 240-508-9366. You have got to order. You have got to order.
Wait a minute, babe.
Oh my God. Where y'all located?
Greenbelt.
Greenbelt in the house.
Yes.
I'm gonna let y'all have this.
Okay.
Hey,
Look,
y'all.
that's just like somebody he eat and go, eat and run, eat and run.
Best that ever
This
did it.
won't. I'm trying to cut it.
What happened
My
to the
favorite
spatula?
dessert. She mastered it. What you need?
Okay.
Thank you.
So, how do we get this delicious food? How do we get in touch?
crabpiequeen.com, and then you either come pick up or we deliver to disabled folks who can't get to us.
So what is your next step for the business, Sophia?
I just want to ship. I thought I wanted to have Crab Pie Queen on a, but I don't want that. I just want to ship.
Okay.
I don't want the overhead. I just want to ship.
So let's say someone doesn't live in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, so you'll be able to ship them the product.
I'm sorry, that's my piece.
That's truly the
My
truth.
finger
That's
touched
sneaky,
it.
right?
I would have done that too.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
So if I don't live in the D.C., Maryland,
Okay.
Virginia area, so you're saying you'll be able to ship your product to me?
That's what I want. That's what I
Okay.
want to do.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
future. Plate. I mean, fork.
And these are cucumber noodles and some homemade.
Yeah, y'all can get all that
so
stuff.
You gotta
Oh,
get
yeah,
hers.
yeah, yeah.
more
Okay,
piece
because
of
they're the
fork.
ones. Okay, so y'all taste together on the count of 3.
No, he has to get
You
his.
gotta get this.
How about the crab
He
cake?
called it
How about the
WBGR.
crab
He
cake?
gonna get his.
Is that the dessert over there?
Banana pudding. She didn't get
one
none
at a
of
We're
that.
gonna bring
folks,
some
one
over
at a
to
time.
you.
Okay, I'll give you some. I want you to taste that pie
Taste
first.
that pie.
Look, they excited.
You can take it with you.
These,
Yeah, they say it's so cool. You guys are making me drool. All right now.
Oh, this is
Okay.
delicious.
Here we
you
go.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Oh, wait a minute.
Spill out.
So tell them, talk to them, talk to the audience so they won't
This
think
is
that.
delicious.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Full of crab.
Oh
It
my
is
God.
so delicious.
This is delicious.
And it's not even warm.
You won't
So
even
what do you
make a
call
mistake.
this? What do you call this?
Crab pie.
It's like a
Crab. I never had crab pie.
I
Oh my
know.
God.
It's not even warm, guys.
It's
When you
not
can
even
eat it
warm.
cold and it's delicious. Okay.
So I can buy this in stores, right?
Not yet. You know, I want to get it in Wegmans.
I know you're gonna need your
I thought
600. You
on
could
this
try to
scale.
do
We
it.
gonna hook this up.
This scale right here.
It's very good.
We gonna talk.
Thank you, brother.
We gonna talk.
We're gonna hold you to it.
This scale right here.
We gonna talk.
Okay.
I want to do this scale if I have to put it in a grocery store. This scale.
Yeah,
Not that size. So that's the size you would buy. Those 65, 20, and these are 6, 4, 40. And then
Okay,
they
now
go up.
now she made the banana pudding. I haven't tasted that. Tell me about the banana pudding.
It's
I
time.
want to taste that, folks. So y'all gonna have to use
Boy,
Look at
She needs to get some over here.
Taste it.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
okay, guys.
Here, give me one more banana.
Wow.
pudding.
Did somebody
You want
say
me to put it on your
Greenbelt?
plate?
Yes, she did say she is in Greenbelt. That's not far from your job.
Okay.
I've
Very
got
good.
two
That's
desserts. I
cucumber.
got two favorite desserts of mine.
Okay, let's hear the food connoisseur.
I've got two favorite food desserts of mine. One is strawberry shortcake, and the second is banana pudding. I haven't had a
got
good banana
banana
pudding,
pudding on the
and
side
I
of the
must
plate.
say, folks, that this right here is by far the best banana pudding I've had in centuries, folks.
Wow.
Really good. I'm excited to be back in the family of the banana pudding. This is fantastic go, folks.
Very good.
Oh my God, I'm gonna slap my mama.
Oh.
He said he about to slap his mama, guys. It is so good. Do not sleep on Miss
Lord, I'm
Sophia
sorry.
Pope, the crab pie
Oh,
queen.
that's mine. Oh, no, that's
We want to make sure that you get your orders in. Do not wait. Get
Look
your
like
orders
Thanksgiving up
in.
in here. Look
Oh,
at
yeah. Are you real retail in
Oh,
Greenbelt?
my.
You have a
I
brick
no,
and
I
mortar
sell it out of
or
my
you sell it-
home right
Oh,
now.
okay.
She has a both. They both have foundations.
Uh-huh.
You need to hire them to cater your next event.
Yes,
Mm.
absolutely. Absolutely. The folks would fall out.
And so you guys wasn't in here, so she shared her story. Her and her husband Jay, true black love. They used to do a video and photography business. That was his passion. But she suffered from a stroke. And this became her passion because she wanted to give back to the household. And you got to go on the station and look at the story and hear the love that they have with each other.
Oh, my goodness.
30
Thank
years.
you.
What you say? She's your tenderoni? He said 50%. A bunch of other women can't touch her.
That's
All
right. I only
love
have
it.
eyes for you.
All right. So
That's right.
say
Thank
the
you
last
so
thing that
much.
you want to say over to the audience. Last words.
Oh, God,
Let's
last words.
let the sugar pie honey bun over there talk first, and then we'll go to you. And then
Yeah,
we'll,
you
we'll
talk
go
first.
out.
Well, I just wanted to say that this wife of mine, who's truly gifted beyond measures. I mean, God just gave her an overdose of gifts and talents, and this is just one of them. And this came by way of a stroke and congestive heart failure. She needed to work her right hand as her right hand and arm and shoulders weren't working operable. So that became therapy. And our dinner after she came home from the hospital, we had Christmas dinner with my mom, Charlene Belton, and our family sat down and ate what was then a crab quiche in a square pan. And I tasted it. We didn't have a big Christmas. I didn't want everybody to, I didn't want to reach out to everybody. I just was thankful for family. And I was just thankful to have my wife home. And we were elated to have this crab dish. And when I tasted it, God spoke to me and he said, "This is going to change the world."
All right now. There you go.
And it has. And since February of last year, I've given it to some of the key players in the DMV to try. And when they stamped it, people like Miles Rawls, my man Miles out of the Goodman League, and all of the Goodman fans, and so many people who have just supported. And we've sold over 900 pies since February, just off of word of mouth.
I want the sauce. I can imagine if they talking about the sauce, even make it better. You left the sauce at home. Okay, I want the sauce. It's a sauce for it. Okay, so we're going to have the Boys and Girls Club come in and do their show, but we're going to have to go ahead and let you close out and say your last thing to the audience.
Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to say thank you to each and every one of you out there that support Crab Pie Queen. Thank you for following my journey. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And they can follow you on Facebook.
You can follow us on all platforms, Crab Pie Queen. Crab Pie Queen, everything. But crabpiequeen.com is where you purchase that pie.
Get you a pie. Order you a pie right now.
And also, don't forget.
Oh, the banana pudding.
I didn't have the banana pudding yet. Hold on, I didn't even get to get mine yet. Put me a little bit on here. Let me taste that before we close out. We're going to close out.
Wonderful job.
Thank you so much. Sit it down. Sit it down.
Look, you know how your food not supposed to touch my food could touch tonight. Hold on, here we go.
Okay, Pope.
And it's not too sweet.
Ooh,
it's just right.
No, it is.
Thank you.
Definitely.
It's just right.
Thank you.
Oh, shut your mouth. We'll see y'all next Monday, 5:30 p.m. on Hanging with Your Girl Tasha. Come on back to WBGR Entertainment. Good night.
Twist. It's a sexy lady who walks around without being shady, who knows her values, who's gone through trials. Her smiles are captured from mouth to mouth. It's not the size of her thighs she worries about, but the pride she thrives to keep that drive. The cinnamon twist.